And this is episode number 1 of this special series. This is episode 2, episode 3, episode 4. This is episode 5, episode 6. We are on episode 7. This is episode 8. I believe it is episode 9. Episode 10. We're hitting the double digits now. Grammy nominated episode 11, episode 12. And this is episode 13. Episode 14 or episode 15 of the Mountain America Event Center series on Construction Business TV Idaho. We had a conversation here a week or so ago about this kind of a project, and I think we kind of both share the same enthusiasm for what we can hope to achieve by having a platform where we can share some more information about the progress of the development of the Idaho Event Center. It is my hope, and I'm sure it is yours too, Rob, that we give the community something to root for and to look forward to.
You know, it worked out well, but like everything in life, you need a team, you need a lot of people behind the project. You know, our general contractors, Bateman-Hall, they have partnered with Hogan Construction. So they together are really the construction manager on this project, and their responsibility is to get the bids and get all the bids from the subcontractors and then coordinate all the subcontractors. And, you know, we are very fortunate to have them involved and have them be our construction manager for this project. And the sole intention, the sole mission purpose of this district was to build this event center, an event center that is truly going to provide every kind of activity that you can imagine at some point in time to this community.
What forms of entertainment is this building going to be constructed to be able to accommodate and host? What can people around the East Idaho area look forward to getting from this building once it's opened up?
Well, multi-use facility, and I truly mean multi-use. And number one, on the event center side. Now remember, this is not only will have the event center, but it's also going to have conference space. So there's 11,000 square foot conference space that's attached to the facility. I think it's going to provide well-needed conference space for the community and the opportunities for businesses to host concerts, get away, to have strategic planning sessions, whatever. And then the neat thing about it is we can actually have very large conferences because we could spill into the event center if needed, where we can curtain it off and make it more intimate, 500, 1,500 seats, whatever. But the facility, talking on the event side, hockey will be the anchor tenant. Again, we mentioned that Centennial Management and the Elmore Sports Group will provide the hockey team. We're going to start as an NA3HL hockey program. It is a hockey league that is, the ages of the players are about 16 to 22 years of age. Those players aspire to get noticed to become professionals or go play in college. So I think you're going to have quality hockey. The league that they'll play in is a league that is very regional. It almost mimics the Pioneer League baseball. I mean, there's teams in Great Falls, Helena, I believe, Butte, Bozeman, Gillette, Wyoming. So there's going to be a lot of local flavor here with the hockey team. So hockey will be the anchor tenant. But the thing to understand with hockey, there's going to be 26 hockey games a year. And when you project that over 120 event days a year, hockey's barely going to account for 15 or 20% of the activity in the event center. I know early on people are saying, well, this is just going to be an athletic facility. Well, no, not even close. I mean, hockey's going to be the anchor tenant because you have to have an anchor tenant to have secure annual sponsorships and things of that nature. So the other thing, we'll have family shows. I think we have projected in the first pro forma that we put together like 6 to 8 family shows. Family shows being things like Disney on Ice or Cirque du Soleil. We're going to have concerts, musical concerts, where we'll have the ability to do a full house concert or a half house concert. It might be an older group that you might only do a half house concert. A more prominent group, you'll do a full house concert. We'll have comedy shows. I do think some things you're going to see quite often in the facility are what they call evergreen events, hunting expositions, fly fishing expositions, because where we are located. And so you'll see some activities and events tied to that. You'll also be able to, we'll have a lot of different professional type conferences, events, home shows, anything that you can imagine, because it's going to be true multi-use, multi-purpose. Rodeo is earmarked to be able to be in this facility. Monster trucks, so extreme sports, high school sports. I know there's a very big interest in this community to host high school state basketball and volleyball and wrestling tournaments on this side of the state. Everything's been going to Boise. So now we have a facility that will be able to host these events on this side of the state. And so we're going to put together an active group to see what we can attract from that standpoint. So hopefully, Tyson, you get the flavor that this thing is truly going to be multi-use, multi-purpose, and we will take recommendations from community on what they want to see in this thing and see if we can accommodate them. I really think Idaho Falls is in a great routing area. Because we are somewhat, north of Salt Lake. We are east of Boise. We're west of Billings. And so if you have a group playing in Billings or Boise or Salt Lake, and they're coming through Idaho Falls, they have to get whether they're going to Billings from Salt Lake or Boise from Salt Lake or Boise to Salt Lake. Hey, take one night off, stop in Idaho Falls. We have a great facility for you. I think the sky's the limit.
I imagine the community is going to be very grateful for what you were able to play a hand in putting together and making a reality. I know it's something that it's something that the community has been dreaming of for a long time.
Very rewarding for sure. But again, it takes a team, takes an army of people to do it.
There's so many people that played a hand in putting this together.
You go back to the history, and the community voted this district in to build an event center. So there was a want to there. And then the more I interacted with people in this community, especially some of the well-known business people in here, knowing that they needed, this community needed an event center, needed something to help them recruit, attract, and retain employees for one thing, and really to provide entertainment for the general population. It's not often in your career that you get an opportunity to do something that's never been done before. So if I look back, if you ask me the number one thing is why you wanted to do this job, is because building this facility has never been done before and probably will never be done again in this community. So that is a really, real big motivator for me, and something that, really continues to drive me every day.
We did it!